Hey everyone, it's Miss Morsi. I'm going to do a quick tutorial for you on how to use Flipgrid in the classroom. If you're not familiar with it, Flipgrid is a video discussion platform. So basically you'll post a topic and students will come on here to respond. It's a really fun, engaging way to have students interact with you and with each other. Once you have your grid and your topic made, you can share it with the students by URL, or you give them a code and they type that in. It's really simple and easy to use. All right, so let's get started. If you don't have an account yet, you're going to click on sign up today and create an account. You're going to want to use your NNPS account. I already have one, so I'm going to go to educator login. All right, and I'm going to choose to log in with Google. And then if you're like me and you have lots of accounts, you're going to want to choose your NNPS account. All right, verify your password. All right, and it takes you to your Flipgrid dashboard. As you can see here, I already have a couple of grids set up. I made a book talk one for the library. This is one really good way to use Flipgrid. You can use it for lots of different things in any of your curriculums. So first thing I want to show you is how to make a grid. All right, so all you have to do is click on New Grid here. You're going to click your community type. We want to do it by school email domain. It's the easiest way. You're going to give it a name. So I'm going to say I want to do one of these for each of my 5 classes. I can name it after which period class it is. All right, so then all of your topics for this particular class will be inside this class's grid, if that makes sense. You can do it other ways. You could just have one grid with lots of different topics or multiple grids. There's any which way you can do it. And then down here you can pick pictures. There's a lot of choices. Let's pick a nature one. Look at these penguins here. Okay, and so then adding domains is really important because this is what the kids are going to use to log in, and this is how you keep it protected and only available within our school. So our domain is nnk12va.us. So you add that one for teachers, but you also need to add the student domain at nnschools.org. So you want to add both of those. So you type it in and hit enter, and it adds it. All right. So these two are the ones you need. So I'm going to click on Launch My Grid. Okay, and there's other things you can do to customize it, change the privacy settings. You can go in and look at those later. There's lots of different things in there to change. So I'm just going to click All Set. Okay, and so when you have a new grid, so here's my grid for my second period class. All right, you can add co-pilots. So if you want to work with another teacher, or if you wanted to work with me in the library doing book talks, we could add me to your grid. So we could both look at the videos and approve them if you have your videos moderated. So it automatically is going to put these ideas and introductions board. If you don't want an introductions board, all you have to do is click this drop down and change it to inactive, and then it won't show up. All right, so here's where you want to add your topic. So since I was planning on introducing this for book talks, I would add a topic, and I'd call it book talk. All right, and you can add a tip. It's optional. When I do book talks, I say sell, don't tell. Right, so you want them to sell the book and tell us why the book is great. Don't just explain the summary. You can choose the time, anywhere from 15 seconds to 5 minutes. I think 2 minutes is about right for this. And then down here is where you're going to describe what they are doing. I'm just going to write book talk for now, but you'll want to actually describe exactly what they're going to be creating. Here you can choose to have the video moderated, which means you have to approve it before they put it on there. You can make it active or inactive, so you can create your topics in advance and then not make them active until they're ready to use them. You can set the date. If you want them only to be available for 1 week, they have 1 week to get this assignment done, you would put an ending date on there. Otherwise, you can just leave it open. You can add resources. So when I did book talk, when I set up my original book talk one with my library grid, I uploaded an image of the description or the instructions for what to include on a book talk. So it's a good idea sometimes to have a picture or an image that has kind of like some instructional information on it. You can attach other things to it. And then here's where you can do some features on the video. At the end of the video, they're allowed to take a selfie and then add stickers and drawings to it. You can allow students to, while they're watching videos, click emojis. You can look at video views. You can allow student-to-student replies. You can let them add a title to their own video. So all of these things you want to play around with and see if you want it or not. And then we have it set on basic feedback here. So now I'm just going to click Create Topic. Okay, and then it gives you an access code. This one's for the whole grid. This one's directly to the topic, all right? And you'll be able to access that later. So I'm going to hit Got It. And now I have this book talk grid. So it has no responses for me to look at. This right here, what you're viewing right here, is the teacher view, all right? So I'm going to show you how the students get in. This is the code you're going to give them, all right? So I'm going to go back to the first page and I'm going to show you. I'm just going to copy this. I don't want to click View as Student. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to put it here to enter a flip code. Okay, so there's my code. All right, it's going to have you log in. So the student will log in with their Google account. All right, I'm going to use NNPS. All right, so now here it is. You are in this class's book talk page. All the student has to do to create a video is click the plus here. And then there it is. They can record, push the record button, see themselves, and make their video. And it'll be saved here for you to see. And then other students will be able to see all of the videos there. And that's really all there is to it. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard, back to my grids. All right, and you can see, I'll show I've got one here. In my book talk grid, I made an example video, and so you can my video, or you could show mine in class if you want students to see what it looks like. And here's what I was talking about. I uploaded this image on the instructions on how to give a book talk. So whatever assignment you're having them do, you can put a picture there, or you can put some text there, something that helps the students. And I have a, don't forget to say your name and your teacher's name, all these little tips right here. So when the students look at it, they know exactly what they need to do. All right, if you have any questions on using Flipgrid, feel free to come up to the library and talk to me about it, or shoot me an email and I am happy to help.